Good morning, good afternoon, ninth grade math. Today we're going to be talking about slope, and we're going to be doing that by drawing a picture of a baby. Now you'll notice that this baby is missing some key characteristics. It doesn't have eyebrows, there's no nose, and there's no mouth. So we're going to be actually drawing this baby and finishing the picture and with lines as to show us a reminder of things about different slopes. So we're going to start with the mouth. All right, for the mouth, we're actually going to make a line that goes across side to side. All right, and when I make this line, since it's a line, we make sure that the line has arrows on both sides. So as you draw your line, you want to make sure the arrow, it starts with an arrow and it ends with an arrow, okay? And then at the end of each line, I'm going to decorate his mouth, or his little cheeks. I'm going to put little cheeks on there, and I'm going to put a little zero. A little O. There, look at that cheek. Look at that cheek. I know, this baby is some special looking baby. Oh, and the reason why we have that is because this is right here, this kind of line. I'm going to type it in. This is a horizontal line. I'm going to type it down here as a little note, horizontal. So a horizontal line. All right, and you can write that right on your paper, and you should write that on your paper for full credit. All right, horizontal line has a zero slope. That's why we put a 0, 0, kind of like his rosy cheeks right up in there. All right, a zero slope. So we can fill that in right over here. We could say a horizontal line has a 0, 0 slope. Okay, so that means that the slope is 0. All right, the next thing we're going to do here is we're going to do his nose. Now for his nose, I'm going to do the same kind of line. All right, the same kind of line. I'm going to have start with an arrow and end with an arrow. And I'm actually going to make a line that goes this way. A line that goes up and down. All right, this poor baby, he's really going through it, okay? So this baby, a line that goes up and down, and then I want to have at either end, I want to have an arrow, okay? So a little line, and then, you know, that isn't exactly what a nose looks like, so I'm going to take his nose and I'm going to do this. I'm going to make it like this. He's got a big old one. Big old nose. Look at that. Look at that baby. Doesn't he look special? Right? And notice that I make that and it looks like a U. The reason why it looks like a U is because a vertical line, and this is a vertical line right in here. So a vertical line, I don't know where I'm going to type that. Maybe just right in here. Real little vertical. Okay, a vertical line. I'll make it real small right in there. Okay, vertical line. This poor baby, he's got tattoos all over his face. He's like Post Malone. All right, vertical line. A vertical line. He looks so angry. A vertical line has what's called a undefined slope. So it's got a U because U stands for undefined. So undefined. So fill that in your paper for your points, right? Undefined slope. So that's our undefined slope. And then we notice that the baby needs one more thing. This poor baby, he needs eyebrows, right? This poor baby does not have any eyebrows, so let's go ahead and give him some eyebrows. So I'm going to make his eyebrows, and one eyebrow is going to be going up like this. Look at that. Okay? And he's got a little tattoo right above this eyebrow. He's got a little, it's a fancy little tattoo right here. Boom. It's a plus sign, right? And the reason why he's got a little plus sign, this poor baby's tatted up and everything. This baby's got a plus sign because, let's make that a little bigger. He's got a plus sign because this is an increasing slope. Okay, so I'm going to type over here as a little love note on the side of my baby. I'm going to say this is called increasing. Okay, so this is my increasing line. So this is increasing right here. That's increasing, and an increasing line has a positive slope. So I'm going to fill out my paper, get my points, positive slope, fill that in, positive slope. And then we have one more thing to do, all right, on this, all right, and that is our other eyebrow. So our other eyebrow, coming over here, let's just take this line, I'm going to move it, so let's say this line. Now our other eyebrow is going to kind of go the other way. Look at this eyebrow, oh my goodness, this thing is so ugly. This other eyebrow is going to go the other way, and he's going to have a tattoo, and I wonder if you can guess what tattoo is above his eyebrow, and it's going to be a little minus sign, a little subtraction symbol, okay? So we have a subtraction symbol right here, and I'm going to put that right up there because a decreasing line has a negative slope. Okay, and we filled in the top part of our paper with our ugly, ugly baby. Now let's make sure we fill this in. Okay, this is called decreasing. So I'm going to like write this in as a little love note, decreasing. Okay, because that's decreasing right there. And this is my baby face, and I'm going to remember that. Look at that. Like really look, take a second and look back and look at that baby. He's got this cute little hair and these cute little eyes and the ears, and then his mouth and nose and eyebrows. I don't know what is going on there, but it's something. All right. Okay, let's take one more minute and let's finish out this bottom chart right here. So I just want to draw a graph of each type of line on here. So let's make a graph, and I want to make a graph of a line that is increasing. So let's say our line looks like this. Okay, let's say that looks pretty good. Okay, and we have that, and an example equation might look like with a positive slope. So let's say this looks like about to be 1. So maybe our example equation looks like y equals 2x plus 1, or you could write that same equation, y equals 1 plus 2x. Okay, 2 different ways you can kind of write that equation. All right, next up, our decreasing line. So a line that is decreasing, and I'm going to fix this up, and I'm going to make sure there's an arrow at each end. So an arrow, start with an arrow, end with an arrow. Okay, all right, let's do our next line. So for our next line, we're going to draw another line, our next example. So let's say this example is going to be decreasing. So decreasing means it's going down like this. All right, so if it's decreasing, let's say this is a pretty shallow decrease, something like that. Okay, and I might say the example equation for this might look like y equals, I'm going to write this in because it's going to have a fraction in it. So it might look like this, y equals 1/2 x plus 3. Okay. That's another example. We have a vertical line. So for our next line we're going to make, it's going to be a vertical line. Vertical means the line goes up and down. Vertical, like your vertebrae of your spine. The line goes up and down. Sorry about that. That's my alarm. Up and down. So here we go. This is a vertical line. See, it goes up and down. And the example equation for a vertical line, you always have an x equal. So x equal, let's say that looks like 4. So x equal 4. All right, x equal to 4. And then a horizontal line is a line, just like over here, a horizontal line is a line that goes side to side. I wonder if I could copy this line. Oh, fancy. All right. A line that goes side to side. So we might have the equation, and instead of being x equals, we have y equals. So this might be y equals 2, that looks like 2. Okay, y equals to 2. And the way, some of the ways that I remember that a vertical line goes up and down and a horizontal line goes side to side is if you take a y, right? So we're talking about horizontal line, right? So let's say you take a y. Be right back, there's announcements coming on. So this is my trick to remember which one is horizontal and which one is vertical. So a horizontal line, all right, you write with a y. And I always remember this trick. I call it flip the y. Flip the y, all right, because when you take the y and you flip it upside down, so let's say we copy this, copy, paste it. We flip the y upside down. If you kind of think about it, it looks a little bit like an H. A little bit like an H. So it's called flip the Y. See how it kind of looks like an H a little bit? Which an H is for horizontal. Okay? And the other trick I use for the vertical line is called flip the Y and cut the X. Because when you take an X and you cut it in half, so let's say we take an X, let's make it a big one, big mama, right? An X and you cut it in half. So we cut this x in half. You'll notice that you get a V on top, right? And V is for vertical. Just one little trick to remember that a vertical line is x equals, a horizontal line is y equals. Okay, we have an increasing slope, decreasing slope. You can go ahead and write on here just to make this like very concrete and very like in your, something you know, but this is undefined. Vertical line is undefined slope, and then a horizontal line, I'm going to type this in here too, is a 0 slope, just so I have everything kind of put together. All right, I hope you found this video useful. Have a good day.